Mori ore te whānau, no mai, hoki mai, welcome on in or welcome back to the 99 Dreams podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rawuri, and today we've got a hell of an episode lined up for you. So without further ado, let me welcome in this week's guest, Bradley. What's good, brother? How are you, man?
What's going on, everyone? I'm good. I'm good. I'm cold, but I'm good.
Hey, well, before we get into it, bro, can we do a bit of a cool one? Norway, tell us who you are and where you're from.
Phew. Well, my name's Bradley. Uh, I'm a male. I'm from Invercargill, Vegas. Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
um, yeah, there's not really much to me, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just Bradley. I'm from Vegas. Yeah, let's get started.
Easy as, brother, easy as, man. You are from almost the bottom of the South Island, right? You got Bluff, which is a little bit further. What was it like growing up down there in Inverness, brother?
I'm actually a Dunedin boy. So
Oh,
yeah,
true.
yeah. So it gets pretty controversial between, when you go to a Stags game and then you've got to go stand in a different side, because you're an Otago supporter and you got all these Stag supporters over here, and then I'm just the only Otago guy going like, and what? We won. And what? It's all good. It's yeah, no, it's good. It's good banter, but I just pray every time a game comes on that Otago actually pulls through. So the last time they actually played, they got the dub, which was real good. So, and then it was a good day. It was such a good day.
Oh, bro, man, yeah, because that rivalry is pretty strong between old Southland and Otago, eh?
Yeah, it's usually like like Southland always beats us at like getting up the earliest to probably drink a box, but I'll just that's about it. But like yeah, that's Southland. I enjoy it here. It's comes with a few interesting critters. They got plus one, which is me, but it's not bad. It's pretty quiet we place. I can always leave like 2 minutes before work starts and find a park, so that's a plus.
Bro, that's a huge bonus, especially Dunner's pretty hard, especially around the uni, trying to, running late for class, trying to find a park, bro. No way.
Yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'd miss it, but I don't miss it. Like Dunedin always like being my home was like always such a cool place. But like now that I've grown kind of a wee bit older and somewhat more mature, now that I own my own like house with my partner and things like that, it's like shit gets weird when I come home. Like I like reminisce hard out, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's the spot I passed out. Oh, that's the one. Oh, that one then. Oh, nice. And this happened and that happened and oh, it's good. It's always good coming home.
Bro, sick. So when did you leave to Invercargill?
Sheesh. Probably about, I'd say probably just over 3 years ago.
Oh, true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
yeah.
Oh,
It's an interesting
so
move. Like everyone always kind of talks down on Invers, but like it's actually not that bad. Like it's small, but it's like it's a city that's growing, and it's cool to see it. Like being in the trades myself as well, as my main job, it's quite cool. It's just seeing the city kind of come alive, and the the nightclubs as well. Like that's all a growing atmosphere as well, and being like right up and amongst it all, pretty much like the construction and the nightclubs. It's like it's pretty cool to see, really.
yo. And how does those two sort of professions overlap? Because for those listening at home that might not know, you're also a DJ as well, yeah?
Yeah, it's hard, man. Like it's 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 hard. Like honestly, it's like with anything, like we're gonna get semi deep here for a sec, but like with anything that comes in life, like no matter how successful you want to be with something, it all depends on like how much effort and time you put into something. So like just a quick like recap back in my life, there was I stumbled across like a UMF video, which is like Ultra Music Festival, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" Like, this is like going through like my rugby phases. Um, I was like watching this like video of this like in particular DJ called Martin Garrix, and he was playing like this festival set, and he was like 16 at the time, and it just like watching that for the first time, it was just like, what the hell? Like this is crazy. And it something just kind of clicked from there, and I just kind of like fell in love with it. Um, and then my passion just kind of come from there. Like seeing him, I kind of looked up to him, followed his music, followed everything, the way he works, and he's just a person that like endlessly works. And to be able to travel around the world and then get a night back in where he lives in Amsterdam. That's scary that I know that, but I know it because fanboy. But it's yeah, and then he comes back, he works, and then he's away again. So like I've adapted that bit from him, like that what he has was only ever created by the hard work that he's done. Like nothing was ever given to him. He studied, he did all this stuff, but it all only ever come from hard work. So the knowledge, everything he knows, like only ever come from that. So to relay back to where we were, juggling like a full time job where you're doing like 50, sometimes 50 plus hours a week, and then juggling like a your music lifestyle. They're definitely not made for each other. And I remember, like, I can, like, anybody that's like watching this now and it's like in the trades and it's struggling, it's all good, G. Trust me too. Um, but I have this thing in my head that if I stop, I won't be successful. And I know, like, not having as much time, I have to make time. And if that means like, and that comes with a lot of sacrifice, man. Like, I'm not sleeping. Like, my sleep schedule is fucked. Sorry, I probably shouldn't swear, but it is like like I sleep at like sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I get like 2 3 hours sleep, and I'm up at like 5:30, and then I work till 5, and then I go to the gym, and then I do my bits around the home. I have my dinner. I have 5 minutes before I have to do the dishes, and then happy wife, happy life, and then rinse and repeat, and then I'm up and I'm working. Like my lifestyle is very like it's yeah, like a lot of my mates kind of are a wee bit baffled with kind of how I juggle it all. But it's like I tell them, it's like you either want something or you don't. There's no sugarcoating it. So how bad do you want something? Like if you want to be rich, you need to work harder or find something that's gonna work. Like there's people make so like they try and go like all these different ways. There's no way to it. Like the only way is up. Like like you can't shortcut stuff. Like it comes down to hard work. And unfortunately, like I've found like people like this day and age just don't want to work. But like I'm trying to help like my mates, like encourage them and just like, come on man, like if we work on collabs and stuff, like I can see that they're tired and but so am I. But it's also like come on, like let's put in another hour and a half. Let's put in like come on, like how much can we do? Can we I always strive for tracks to be like playable. So I'm always striving for that next step, that next push, that something more. And I want them or whoever I'm working with to realize that they have that bit more like 2% in them that they can adapt to life or anything. So yeah, so relaying back to how my life works, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I make it happen. So yeah, and it comes with like a lot of risk and reward. A lot of it, I'll be honest, a lot of it comes with failure. Just by like how stretched I am with time. It's like if I know I've got to make like some edits and blah 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 for an in particular show, based for a certain people, it's it's hard accumulating that time because yeah, but I make it happen. So yeah. So if you're watching it, you just got to work harder. You got to work harder.
Fatherhood. I resonate with a lot of that. I'm sure most of our audience will resonate with a lot of that because nothing comes easy. It's like you see so much of it on TikTok where everyone's like, "Bro, I got success overnight. All we got to do is sign up to this bullshit course that I'm running."
Fuck, I hate that
When
shit.
it's not that, it's given up so much time, so much energy. You, for example, you've finished work, you've gone to the gym, you're on this podcast now, and then what? Straight into work after this?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have dinner. My partner's she's amazing. She loves cooking, so she's made some dinner, so I'm gonna go enjoy that, and yeah, and then pretty much just chill out for a little bit, have a little bit of us time. Probably watch Border Patrol, something that just seems to be our thing at the moment. Don't ask me why. It's just the program we're watching right now. So I think it's because we're going to Fiji soon. So like we're trying to work out what we can smuggle in and can't. So we're just trying to do our research. No, I'm only joking. Don't do that shit. That's bad. Don't smuggle things in. I'll find you.
And just don't get caught, Fano. Just don't get caught.
Yeah.
Bro, so how do you manage it? Because, like, I know myself working full time plus trying to get something up off the ground takes up a lot of time and effort. So, how do you balance that relationship, work, and your passions?
That's like an ongoing question that like I ask myself like every day. Every day. Like no, I'm not a professional DJ by any means. Like I would absolutely that's the goal. Like that's I want to wake up and make millions of people happy by the music that I make. But I'm not quite at that stage yet. But I'm so in love with the 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 progression, the making something that was never there. So that's what kind of like keeps me going is just like every time I make something, it's always just like I'm always going like, what the hell? Like, and then I kind of think back to like where it was at, where my head was at, like how did I even come up with this, blah blah blah. But like, um, I don't know. I just always find ways to inspire myself. Like inspiration is such an important thing in this kind of music industry. Like if you don't have inspiration, you're dead weight. Like it's you need to find something that resonates with your heart. Like if you have something that is in here and you can't let it go, or for example, like I can't stop talking about him, but Martin Garrix. Whenever I feel uninspired, I always sit down and I watch his show. I listen to his music, and I think back to why, like what was my why, like why did I start doing this in the first place? And then I just kind of have like a bit of a moment where I can kind of gather myself and then be grateful for um like where I'm at now. And it might be little small things, but it's about being grateful for what you've created and where you've come from. So it's a lot of it for me is just kind of like having that inspiration and just kind of running off it. And yeah, and then kind of the creativity just kind of comes with it. But yeah, I want to be successful more than anything, more than anybody, and I guess it just shows in the work really. Like I make the time, and there's no sugarcoating it. So like I said, it's if you want something, you'll work for it. You'll want it. Like if you want to go on a trip on a holiday, like you'll put in those extra, hours at mahi, and like it's simple.
Bro, like you say, hey, if you want to go on holiday, you put in the extra OT to get a little bit more money. You work the weekends to get that little bit more money. It's the exact same if you want to get your passions off the ground. You got to work after hours to make this shit happen. You've got to put in those unseen hours, the hours where you just want to pull your hair out to make shit happen.
Oh yeah, oh for sure. Like I had like plenty of those times. So like for some people that like don't know, like not that long ago I lost my mum to cancer. And unfortunately it was just one of those things that happens in life. But that was like a massive, massive turning still where I could have gone down so many roads. I could have gone down a bad road, sit in a corner and I could have sulked, and been like, lost my best friend, blah, blah, blah. Um, or I can try and pull my head in, have a minute to kind of think and be like, what can I do with how I feel? Um, and that's again kind of reverting back to our last conversation. Like I think back to that all the time. Um, like my mother's always been like a wee bit of an inspiration, um, and knowing like she would always want the best for me. So there is no other road. Like it is only that way. It is only up. So like when that all happened, I managed to kind of gather an idea for an EP called Futurum, which is Latin for future. Um, And the kind of thought process behind that was creating something that impacts my future, that can propel me forward. Um, and yeah, I just worked for 5.5 months, sorry, um, on this EP. And like I said, like the work ethic behind that was just, I was driving people that I was working with mad because I was just non-stop, mate, all the time. Like it was the only thing keeping me going. And that's what I held on to. And yeah, that's kind of just what I did and managed to finish a wee EP and yeah, the rest was history.
Bro, that's got to be some body of work that you could always be proud of, no matter how big you get. I feel like that's going to be one of the pieces of work that's always going to stick with you for those particular reasons, Brian. Also, condolences for your loss, brother. Uh, you
Yeah, no,
say
it's
that
all good.
your mum was a huge inspiration, is still a huge inspiration for you. How do you use a lot of that to keep going? So when those times do get tough, how do you just draw on the essence of your mother's love for you?
It's like look for like I'm not the only one on this planet that's lost a parent. And if you're watching this, like if you've lost someone that like doesn't even need to be your mother, can be anybody, be your best friend, your brother's sister, anybody, like anybody that was close to you, like it's just knowing like because everyone always has their like backstories to life, and I was kind of raised by a lot of different people because mum had her own kind of problems that she needed to deal with. So like I was raised by like several of my aunties growing up. Um, so I had guidance by like a lot of people, but knowing as a kid, like mum didn't have things to be able to support us and to give us, and knowing that situation has got me in a mindset as clear as day is that like for example when I want to have kids I don't want that to happen, so I have to work hard now. I have to, like there is no buts, there is no maybes. I am setting up for my generation ahead, so the work that I put in will determine what they have when I have kids, and I refuse to let them grow up and into nothing and struggle, and life be hard. So that's pretty much where it's at.
Yo, I rate that so much, bro, because it is so true. Like, I know our parents always wanted the best for us, and I guarantee that a lot of what we had was so much better than what they grew up with. And that cycle
100%.
continues. We just got to try and give them that platform that, our parents gave us to run. Our kids can fly because of the platform that we've now set for them. That's so inspirational, brother. So admirable that, you're already thinking ahead to, it's not about me, it's about my next generation coming through.
100%. 100%.
And so I guess I'll pull it back into the music as well, because it's going to be a part of that how you become successful. So what are some of the steps that you're taking to continue building on your career to get you to that point where you are full-time music producer out there doing your thing?
um Really it's just like trying to be as consistent as possible. Like that doesn't necessarily mean like you're releasing a track every single week. That just means that you're working on your craft. It's the same with any sport, any hobby. As long as you're consistently turning up and doing in the work, you're going to grow as a person, as a producer, as a rugby player, as a an artist. Like you are going to grow. So, for example, for yourself, like the more you keep turning up and doing these podcasts, the more people you pull on, the bigger things are going to get because you're just putting more and more content out. The things are getting better and better, and it just kind of just rolls on. Um, then, kind of the next thing is just kind of making sure that I have the right people. Like you'll hear all the big DJs say it. Like having the right people around you is probably the biggest impact. Like I can't stand people that are lazy and like I've got ADHD myself and I never used to admit it, but buying a house, my mind's crazy now. But there's always something to do. But yeah, just like I can't stand lazy people. Like I've got to just go 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 go. And my partner sometimes is just like, "Can you like chill out?" And I'm just like, "Hey, what the hell does that mean? Like, what does that word mean?" But yeah, it's just having like the positive, people around me, and it's yeah, just positive. Like they don't have to even be anything to do with your music, but if they're happy, they give you that feel good vibe. It's just like it's infectious, and you take it into whatever you're doing, and it doesn't so like doesn't need to be people like necessarily in that circle. They can be outside that circle, but they just need to be like happy. They need to give you that good energy to transfer it like out to people and things like that. So, and then kind of the third and last thing really is just enjoy. Like, are you enjoying what you're doing? Like, who wants to do
100%.
shit they don't enjoy? Like, this,
100%.
yeah. So, like, if I'm not enjoying something, I'm not going to do it. If I don't enjoy this person's company, I'm not going to hang out with you. So, it's like, if I don't like this beer, I'm not going to drink it. So it's as easy as that. And then they kind of all just kind of they're like your building blocks. And then if they're all good, like you're only gonna, like I said, kind of keep going up.
That's so true. And you don't realize it too when you just start stacking those little blocks together, how quickly you can actually grow.
Yeah, like I'm so blessed, man. Like I have like the most amazing resilient mates ever. Like just my like producer mates themselves, like how much they've grown like outside of music is it's like that fills me with the most joy and like ever. Even like my gym buddies, my partner, like my family, everyone, like it's yeah, like if you're not a bubbly person, I don't want to know you. So you're doing all good, bro.
Good to know. Good to know. But that's so true, though, right? You surround yourself with the right people, and you can only continue to help each other grow. You feed off of whatever you're supplied with, and you're supplied with the right people. You can only continue to grow. Which leads me to this question: is how did you find the right people, and how did you know that they were the right people for you and the growth that you need at that time?
Oh god damn. With life, you meet people, you realize shit, that's not it for me. Like I don't know, like you just kind of you do shit. Like you play sports, you find out people in that sports team what you do and don't like. If you've got common interests, you kind of tend to vert to those people. But then you find out people within that circle that you're first drawn to that there's traits that you don't like. So then again, you go off again, and you just keep going until you're with that one mate or whatever, and use a homies. Like it's I just kind of dabble dabble. Like I'm a pretty sociable person where I'm just like my partner's real bad at. She hates when I talk to strangers. Like yeah, I'll just spark up a conversation out of nowhere, and she'll be like for example, I've got a story to tell. We were at the supermarket one time, and there was this person. What were they doing? They were something to do with, I think it was the heart. Like it was like you make donations for the heart. And my partner was like walking in front of me. She walked out, and I was kind of diddle dwaddling, like as I do. I always like pass ass around. I was diddle dwaddling behind her, and I seen this person. And I just started talking to her. Didn't even realize she was part of this like thing, but I just started talking to her because she was like standing there like real awkwardly. And I was just like, "Are you all good?" And then she's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine. You're about the first person that's talked to me today. And I've been here for like 4.5 hours." And I was like, "Oh, well, shit, that's a pretty long day, isn't it?" And we got chatting, and then she was like, "Oh, I completely forgot to say I'm fundraising, doing this and this for the heart." And she gave me this like little booklet thing, and I was just like, "God, I hate reading." In my head, I was just like, "Fuck, you seriously gonna make me read this? Can you not just tell me what's on it?" And then she managed to tell me, thank God. And then little did I know, I made a donation. I walked away making I think it was about $100 donation.
Holy
And
shit.
I went to the car. My partner's just like, "Where the hell have you been?" I was just like, "I was just talking to this lady." I kind of just gave her like $100. She was like, "What?" Yeah, my bad. Sorry. And she was like, "Yeah, well, what about the renovations?" And I was just like, "Oh, true. Oh, shit." And she's like, "I really don't want you to do it, but we kind of need that $100. Now we're $100 short." And I was just like, "Oh, shit." So I had to go back and ask for it back. I was just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but I kind of need that back now. I feel kind of stink." But yeah, there's something that's kind of popped up, and now I'm $100 short. So yeah, so the joys of I still made a slight donation, but it just wasn't quite $100. But yeah, the joys of being
Yeah.
sociable, right?
Bro, yeah, man. You got yourself in a bit of a pickle there, huh?
Oh yeah.
Hey, at least you rectified your mistakes on both sides. You still made that donation, kept wifey happy. All is well. All is well.
Do you mind if can I show you? Can I show everyone
So,
something for a second? I want to show everyone at home something. Is that cool? I'm going to show you something.
of
Give me
course,
give me
bro. Of
one
course.
second. Give me 1 second. Hi, I'm Bailey. Detective Toby.
Bro, that outfit is sick, brother. That outfit is sick. But I can't help but
Yeah.
notice there's all this writing around it. Well, what is that?
Uh, all right. I'll give everyone a show. So this pretty much happened. So one time, we were going to a festival. Me and my friends, we were all going to a festival. Um, and I just thought, like me being me, like if you know me at home, I do the most bizarre shit just for the sake of doing bizarre shit. I just do it. So I brought this outfit from Spotlight, and so I went to the festival, and I had a Vivid, and I said to everyone, I was like, "I'm gonna get the whole festival to sign my banana suit." So it started at prees. I was a punter. Did prees. It was good. Yeah, did a good effort. Um, and then went to the festival, and there was actually a bit of a hiccup in there where this girl approached me. I had my pen. Um, I went into the festival, and there's these three girls. They one of them took the pen out of my hand. I was just "Ooh." She started signing it. I can't remember where, but she started signing it. And then next thing you know, I get like a big tug on the back. And I turn around with my banana suit on. I'm just like, you know, and this guy says to me, he's just like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I was just like, I'm at the festival the same as you. And he's like, why did my girlfriend just sign your banana suit? And I was just like, I didn't ask for it. And then, yeah, almost ended in tears, but I'm still alive. Still got the suit.
Bradley
So,
the banana still survived.
yeah. So, a caution at home, if you want to do something extremely weird and outrageous, there may be repercussions with it.
There probably will be, man. Anywhere you go. People love starting shit for no reason. Which, that is the perfect segue into this idea that I was thinking about as I was setting all my equipment up this afternoon. Was because Coachella's on at the moment, which is a huge festival. If you could build your dream festival, we'll go with 2 headline acts, 3 support acts, the location and the name. Who, what, where, and what's it called, brother?
Fuck. That is probably the hardest question I've ever been asked in my life. Like, I listen to so much music. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, oh God. I would love to. I would love to say New Zealand. Like New Zealand's got to be the spot. Like New Zealand needs something. Like so, if I could even like offer a festival and I could run it, it would be real good. No, it probably wouldn't. It'll be hectic. But anyway. So am I starting with like headliners?
Bro, you can build into the headliners, you can start headliners, work your way down. But before we get into that,
God damn.
where in New Zealand are you going to have it? Where are you going to have it? Would you have
Shit.
it Auckland, Nelson, Dunedin?
I would probably say Gore.
Gore.
Just joking.
Bro,
I'd
set
probably
up the
I'd probably
Kensington
like
Oval in Dunedin.
yeah, yeah. I thought, oh shit, you could pretty much turn that into EDC. Um, oh, there's so many spots, but if I could literally just go with one, yeah, it probably would be actually Kensington Oval. It would be.
Bro, actual?
Yeah, no, straight up, it actually would. That's actually where the festival was that we went to, Southern Sounds. That's lit. I think no, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Kensington. Maybe I think I'm from there. I should know. Um,
You should know that.
that's bad. That's down bad.
It's the one with
I'm
that
sorry.
Tui pub on the corner.
Yeah, no, it is Kensington Oval. That's the one. We had a couple of good nights there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it would be there. And the way I'd kind of have it is I'd have all my homies that have supported me since day dot. I would give them the opening chance. Like, just because that's me, that's my heart. Like, I would set them up. Like, I would just be like, here, this is your spot. Make it happen. I'll be pissed if you know fuck it up. But like, I'm giving you the chance. Like, make it happen. And I just know they would absolutely just kill it. But it'll be kind of diverted in certain areas. But I'll probably much go like a few homies. Like if I could name some, I'll probably definitely put like Nori. He's a very good mate. We actually work on a track together. In terms of live acts, I know that my friends Crude, they are working on more of a live act type thing. So that was quite cool to kind of ease into it. Oh, god damn, fuck. Um, this is honestly the hardest thing I've ever fucking been asked in my life. I'll leave it at that as an opening, and then the rest is going to be TBA, or to be TBC, sorry, to be confirmed. I think that's it. And then it would literally go into like, God, what genre? That's the next question. How the hell am I going to do this? You're a real prick for asking this, eh? Now I'm going to think about this all night long. Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with. I'm gonna put like dimension and sub focus back to back down there, just because you're hitting two
Ooh,
birds with one stone. Um, and then I'm gonna pull in what's his name? Fisher,
ooh,
Diplo,
yeah, yeah.
and Abstract, because that way I know I
Ooh,
can kind of divvy my way up. My headliners would probably have to be Calvin Harris. Um, oh, just because I know how good his live, like his videos and his production is, I'm gonna say Martin Garrix. Just because I would spend every cent because I know how goddamn good. Like if you need to watch at home, watch a set from him, and you will see what I mean. Like if you were there and you were in the crowd, you would lose your mind. You might not be necessarily into that. It might not be drum and bass, but like you would lose your mind with how crazy the production is. So yeah,
yeah,
that's
that would
that's all
be
I can think
sick,
about.
though. That would be sick.
I didn't even put any like dubstep acts on
That's
there.
a sick lineup.
Oh, can I put a special guest in? Millennium.
Go one more. Ooh,
God damn.
that's a solid lineup.
It is. If I could one more, it would definitely probably have to be James Hype.
Nice, nice shit. That's going to be a hard one to name now because there's a lot of hype in that lineup
Ah, yeah,
itself. You see that lineup now. You need a kick-ass name to just stamp on that, seal the deal, run it at Kensington Oval.
yeah.
Oh, that's going to be one hell of a party.
Oh, well, that'd be crazy. That'd be hard to say so before.
Shit, yes. And then where's the after party? And surely
Your
you're
house?
DJing the after party. I'm not
No,
in
it's your
Dunners
house.
anymore, bro.
That's all right.
Everyone
If you
will
if
just
you
fly
buy
them all
a
up to
ticket,
Taranaki.
if you buy a ticket to the festival, you get a one-way flight to Auckland. Comes with the deal. I'm not
Sold,
paying for
brother.
the
We're
return.
sold.
I'm not paying for the return. So that's the deal.
Is that your sly way of getting rid of all the Aucklanders in Dunedin?
Yep. Yeah. No, I
It's
know
a
some
sick
good
lineup,
sorts in
brother.
Auckland. I'm actually crazy. I have a show there in May.
Oh, true.
Yeah, my very first North Island trip. I'm playing at Bar 101.
Oh, yo. Plug it, man.
Yeah.
Plug it. When, where,
So
what's the time?
that's going to be interesting. Um, I think I'm playing two sets. So my second set's like a back to back with the residency DJ, just because we want to have some fun.
Oh,
But my first set's 11 till 12, which is like I think it's 11 till 12. It might be 12 to 1. I need to triple check. But it's either I think it's one of those. I think it's 12 to 1. Um, but yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure it is 12 to 1. So he's
yo,
pretty
sick.
generous to give me that slot. So I just hope I don't ruin it.
Nah, bro. Gotta have faith in yourself, brother. You've got the skill set. You've put in the effort, the hours of work. So now it's just time to shine.
Just getting it to put together. Yeah, pretty much. I've still got so much work to do because I'm working on like 4 tracks at the moment. So some of them they're all like pretty much like 80% done. But now that I've got like a new computer, there's one track that's like all the plugins and everything that I use like aren't on this one. So it's like I'm playing chase and catch up and trying to sound design the same as what it was on my old laptop, and it's just yeah. So it's slowing me down a little bit, but it's all right. I'm just glad I have a computer that doesn't go when you press the space bar. So it's good.
Bruh. Tell me about it, man. You need decent equipment. But can you talk us through the process of how, you go from nothing to inspiration to designing, putting it together to final product?
Like if you're a producer at home, you'll know, like, inspiration comes and goes. Um, Sometimes it just literally can start by you sitting there, like, and you just play, like, and that's why I was kind of like, if we can revert back to like being like consistent and turning up, all you have to do is open, for example, if you're a producer, open your lid, just start playing. Like, you never know what's going to happen. Like, you could have the TV on in the background, you could hear Shortland Street play, and then you catch a melody off that. You try and recreate it, and you've got something totally different. Like, it's, like, it comes from absolutely nowhere. And unfortunately, my inspiration comes at like the worst possible times. Like, I actually have voice notes of me in construction sites humming melodies. Like, I wonder if I can pull one up. It's it's yeah, it's bad. But like, I literally, like, I worked on 2 tracks for 2 months while working in the Invercargill CBD, and there was a guy, like, so I had headphones on and I had my phone, and we're working away, and nah, it's all good. Nah. Anyway, so we're working in like the Invercargill CBD, and yeah, like, there's like this guy like jackhammering away, and there I am, like, with my phone, like, yeah, but yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, 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 yeah. What are you up to now? Oh, yeah, yeah. He's like, can you hear the EQ? And I'm just like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then yeah, so like, I'm just, yeah, it's pretty funny. I'll see if I can pull one up, because yeah, like,
Yo.
inspiration literally just comes from absolutely anywhere, anywhere. Like, did I just say anywhere twice? Like, everywhere and anywhere. So, like, I often, sometimes if I'm not driving, I always bring my laptop to work, and I have it on me because, like, today was a real struggle because I felt super creative. Like, I was like, had this like idea for something, but I didn't have my laptop, and it was driving me nuts. I asked my workmate, I was like, "Can I shoot home? I need to pick something up. I think it's some tools." And he's like, "You don't need tools." I was just like, "Shit, I got nothing." um, but yeah, I literally like take it everywhere with me. If I can just, like, I'll give you an idea of like my voice notes. So if you can see it, don't know if you can see it. Uh,
Oh yeah.
oh,
Oh shit, you got heaps. Holy
and
shit.
it's just, yeah. So like, if I can pick one, and then I'll go back to that conversation. Oh,
Easy.
not that one. Oh, here's one. So it's like random, like, I'll just get random things. I'll have to find the voice note, and of me in the construction site, and I'll put it on Instagram. But yeah, it's my literally, it just comes from anywhere. Um, and that's kind of when you need to put shit into action. So like, if you feel good, work, utilize it, go hard, like, just go, and you'll just literally make something out of nothing. Like, I hate to talk about it. I'm real sorry at home. I'm real sorry. I'm so sorry. Martin Garrix, he made animals literally sitting in his bedroom doing nothing. Like, and I'm pretty sure that there's been controversy. There's a slight rip off between something, blah blah blah, but it's not. But he made that track just like sitting at home, and then he had this like idea, and like, I don't know, whenever he had the idea, and he put it in his computer, and then he actually sent it to Dylan Francis, and they kind of just started dibble dabbling, and then he finished that track when he was like 16, and that was his biggest record. So like, I know a lot of photographers, they will agree with this. Every photo you don't take is a opportunity missed. So apply that to anything that you do. If you feel inspired, don't miss that inspired window. Just do whatever you can to make it happen, and something will happen. I 99 guarantee, like I can guarantee it will. Something will happen. It's just when you fight it and you don't, you become lazy, you can complacent. Like that's when you set yourself up to fail. So you just got to run with it. Be like water and just flow, and it will work itself out. Like pretty much all my tracks are freaking accidents. Like
Just
I didn't even think I was gonna ever release them. Like the ones I thought I was gonna release, I never released, and then the ones that I like had sitting there worked. It's real weird, but yeah, it's it's like just kind of just happens. That's a funny question, that one, but it just literally happens. Just like when you feel good, go.
that's so true. I get those similar bouts of just when you have that spirit of creativity, you really just can't stop it. You just got to run with it, run with it. I'm the same whenever I get kind of ideas for different clothing designs and things like that. I've got a whole bunch I've drawn up. I just have to put them all into motion, get them made and produced. So I understand where you're like, you just got to run with that creativity. It is right, whānau. You don't get them often in big waves like that, or if you do, you're an amazing talent, so you need to capitalize on them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Bradley.
I'm ready. Let's go.
100%, my bro. And that just knowing when it's ready, it's ready. If you could go back in time and talk to, let's go with like your 17-year-old self, what would you say to him?
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Why is that?
He was a dick.
Do you want to speak a little bit on the growth?
nah, I was down a different path. So, like, when I was 17, I thought I was going to be an All Black. So, like, my mentality was always been the same. Like, it was just devoted towards, like, rugby and volleyball. Um, so, like, my mindset's always been the same through such a young age. It's always been like, I've got to do this and I've got to do it well. Um, so yeah, it's just kind of, it was more or less about rugby. But if I could ever go back and talk to myself, oh, what the fuck would I say? Um, you're actually going to buy a house.
That's a
Yeah, I
powerful
wouldn't believe
statement too.
myself. I wouldn't believe myself on
Yeah.
set. I'd laugh at myself. I know I
Bro,
would.
yeah, because that's a powerful statement. That like some people can't even fathom that, especially at 17.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, because I don't know. Like, I was never ever thinking about a house. Actually, it was my partner that wanted the house. And I was the one that was just like, yeah, sure, whatever you want. uh, it was good, and it was, oh, yeah. No, it's good. I just don't like mowing the lawns like every second day.
Hire someone, bro. Get rich enough to hire someone.
What are you up to tomorrow?
Hey, I'm sure there's a listener nearby in Invercargill that's hard up for some money. I know some students in
Oh,
Dunedin, they could drive down.
I actually told when I was in Dunedin in the weekend, I was outside the night and day and the Octagon, and there was this homeless fella.
Yo.
Now, if you're from Dunedin, you'll know this homeless fella. I had a few beers, so I come up to audacity to go up to him and say, "Why do you not have a job?" And now I know a lot of people will frown upon this, but I went up to him and I said, "Why do you not have a house?" I mean, oh shit. Um, why do you not have a job? And oh, and he just kind of said to me, he's just like, because I can't. And so I continued to ask him. I asked him about 4 times. I said, why can't you? What's wrong with you that's not wrong with me, if that makes sense. Like, what is different between you that's different to me? You can talk, you can walk, you can use your hands. I've seen it. And for years I've watched him. But it comes down to like here. He just does not want it. And yeah, there might be underlying conditions I may not know about. But I heard a story that there is this fella here in Invercargill. He flew to New York to run the New York Marathon with a lady that was blind.
Shit.
Now, if she
Blind lady.
cannot see where she is running, but she can envision where she is going, it does not matter if you have hands and feet. If you can see where you are going to go there. He just cannot see because there is something here. So it frustrates me a little bit. Like, like there's a lot of hardworking people out there like yourself, and it does make you a little bit angry, that everybody has what it takes. Like everybody. There's always something. There's always something. The smallest task.
Yeah, man.
But you can earn a cent of doing this.
Yep. There's
And
so
so
many
like
different ways you can
I
go
don't
about it
I
now
know
too.
I'm bad for it, but like I do not feel sorry unless I understand and know these people. I'll question them. Like I said, I'll talk to them. But I encourage them. I also encourage them. I didn't have like a full on go at them. I encouraged them. And I try to sit down next to them and just have a civilized conversation. And then these younger kids kind of come up and kind of like ruin the conversation and got around us. And just as he was kind of like about to open up, which was quite cool. But yeah, it was a shame that it kind of got cut early. Um, but yeah, as like I said, is depends like how bad you want something, and if you can see it, you will get there. But you just have to know like how to beat those obstacles because goddamn, they're gonna be there. So yeah,
Yeah,
what were
well,
we talking
hard
about?
out. It's gone down this path now, but this is a great way to tackle things too, because now you've got so many different ways to access things that you really have no excuse why you can't pursue your passions, you can't chase your dreams, because it's the internet has increased accessibility. You've got artificial intelligence that increases access to knowledge. You've got so many systems to be successful. You've just got to fucking do it. There's no way around it. You just got to
I'm
put your energy.
before I actually before I actually went to the gym, I actually asked my AI on Snapchat um how to work out like the width of a wall to triple check because I'm doing this like accent wall um in our like master bedroom, and I managed to ask it and it got it bang on. I had to triple check just to make sure it was legit and real, but it got it bang on, and it was within a freaking second of asking. So if you can ask something that's on your phone and it can give you the answer within a second, what are you doing?
Brotherhood, brotherhood. There's so many tools available to us now that
Oh,
you
and
really can't go wrong.
shit's literally like it's like here, have it. It's just knowing how to use it and that's kind of when the work comes in is being able to use what you're given. But you have to want to be able to use it. And then once you use it, things are easy.
Yep. And once you get used to using that tool, once you get comfortable with it, you understand how to use prompts to make it react faster, to get better results from your questions. Man, I use AI so much in everything that I do. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was actually winding my partner up at the gym with it. Yeah, we had like this three-way conversation, and where I was asking AI questions, and I said, "Should I sell the house?" And then AI said, "I think you should ask her because it seems like it is her house." I was just like, so I asked it again. I was just like, "So you turning on me now?" And then it replied with something different. So even I got like caught in this conversation, thinking like, "Hey, I can't turn on me like that."
Such a turncoat. Well, I guess as well, going back to the talking to your younger self, well, I'll put it on the flip side and thinking 5 to 10 years in the future, if you look back on this podcast, what is something that you'd like, what is a message you'd like to leave for your future self to come back and reflect on?
Just keep going. Like you're doing good. You have put shit in place for yourself, you know? You were doing and it's I'm gonna give myself a little bit of gratitude because not enough people as well don't do it for themselves. I'm not being cocky saying, yeah, oh, look at me, you know, because I've still got a huge road to go, a massive, massive road to go. But I've jumped a couple of hurdles to be able to get a wee bit better. But I'm gonna tell myself like I'm proud of you. Like you're actually you're doing well. Like you've ticked boxes. You should be proud of yourself. But you need to remind. I'm gonna remind you. Sorry, you need to keep going, and it does not stop. It will not stop. So do not stop. Do not get complacent. But in the end, I am proud of you, and keep going.
Bro, hard out, man. I'm proud of you too. You've done amazing so far. Keep going, keep grinding, brother. Yeah, I mean, look at you now, and then when future you looks back on this, how much
Oh,
growth that you will have achieved, bro.
I'm
That's
probably gonna have a
crazy.
few little nuggets running around, just like annoying the hell out of me. Just like, God, was it whose idea was it to have you? God. Nah, I can't wait, but just when the time's right. I'm in no rush for that type of crap
100%.
at the moment. Like me and my partner, we both like
100%.
what's super sexy about it is like the drive. Nothing beats an
Yo,
ambitious person, hands down.
100%. 100%. Because it just keeps you guys on par. You're
Well,
pushing each other.
I'm always trying to like outwork her, and then I'll always, I won't let her like. But some days she like some days I'm just completely burnt out where I have to admit defeat. So
Yeah, yeah.
there's just some days where I'm just like I'm dead on the couch. And I'm just like, oh, tonight's just not gonna work. Let's just get a good night's sleep, and yeah, we'll start again tomorrow. But it's there's enough like it's always like a battle between us. Like she's working crazy hard as well, and then I'm trying to do my bits and bobs, and then we're trying to like make it meet, which we do. It's not all the time, but we make it meet because we know what we want in our future. So we have to work hard. So yeah, it's good. We've got each other to bounce off.
It's amazing, bro. I love that, man. It's such a fun way to keep things creative but competitive at the same time.
Yeah, it is. It's tiring, but it's good.
I bet, my bro. Well, that kind of leads us into this next section, which I think is quite fitting. So, in this shoebox, this is Trey Young's sneaker box. Says, "Always remember when they doubted you," which I love. I love this sentiment because so many people in everyone's lifetime have people that doubt each other. But in here, in this dream deposit box, is every guest that has come on the show has shared a dream with us and left it in here for us to pull out when it comes true. And so we've got dreams like um, start and provide for a family from Jack Emery. We've got Megan Foley wants to travel the world. Tanya Whitehead wants
I
to
used
have
to
an
go to primary
impact
school,
on
bro.
Rangatahi. All right. Yo,
Straight
shout
up.
out Megan.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
that's funny.
shit. Uh, Herman would like a TED talk one day. He's the guy who runs Skip the Boat. Um, TK wants to be a mum. I want to finish my master's thesis. um, oh shit, I forgot. I also achieved this dream that I set out last year. I wanted to get 150 followers on Instagram, 50 on YouTube, and 50 on TikTok. We actually achieved this dream a little while ago, so I can finally take it out, which is cool. I gotta figure out what to
That's
do with
solid.
that. But what are some of your dreams? Thank you, bro. What are some of your dreams, brother?
So like I'm very ambitious, and it's like dreams are like it's a hard one. Um, because like I've got so many stepping stages that I'm ticking off, but with obviously like my music's like my life. Um, I my dream does not saying going big, anything like that, but I want to make people happy across the world. And now that does not have to be even I'm gonna make it music related to make it easier so we can give ourselves a small tunnel. I want to make people happy across the world.
That's a beautiful dream, brother. So I've got that written there. Can you see it? It's blurry,
Yeah.
but wants to make people happy across the world. That's uh that's a huge dream, but a beautiful one at the same time. Like so many people say they want this to happen, they want that to happen, but just to make people happy is
Like that
something that
that
we really need,
necessarily like
especially in
isn't like
today's day and age when
a
there's so many
a big one.
barriers.
Like it's not this yeah. Like it's not necessarily like a big dream. Like somebody tomorrow could do it. Somebody, like me full no, like well knowing like my music isn't like exactly like sweet at the moment. But there's a lot of things that I'm working on and taking my time with that are very that I'm trying to like piece together that when I release it means something. Like so there is a direction that I want to go down where I'm not just looking on Splice for a beautiful vocal. Like I'm gonna work that way, but harder to find a vocalist that I gel with that we can bounce off. We can form that kind of relationship, and the warm fuzzy. That the right stuff happens. It all the right vocals come out, the words. The feeling. It all kind of comes out. So yeah, just to make people happy across the world is it's always been, something that, you know, yeah. But to be able to get across the world is, that's like, okay, we've done something well here. We're doing something right. But
Yeah, shit, yeah.
yeah, just to know like that I'm reaching that far, would, be nice. Nice to know. So yeah.
Bro, I can definitely see it in your very soon future because of how much you're working to make shit happen and how much passion you have for things that you're working on. Because I think that's what some people lack. Some people lack the passion with their products. They just put something out to put something out as opposed to, having a reason behind everything or having their why they do what they do. Like you said earlier in the podcast, man, you got to have your why.
Yeah, most of my tracks kind of come with like a story kind of like there's like an always a story kind of behind an idea. Like I always remember like each track, like I can remember like where I was, what I was doing, like how I was feeling. Like I can re-listen to it and I'll be like, that's why I did that, like it's it's yeah. So yeah, it's quite cool, but just trying to hone in my craft a little bit and because it's kind of hard. It's really hard, like being a smaller DJ. Like I'm not defined by a sound yet. People don't know my sound. I'm still exploring. I'm still being creative. So it's like that time will come when people know my story, know rough sound of mine to go like, oh, that's quite like I know that. Oh, that's cool as like, oh wow, that vocal was beautiful. Like it resonates with a breakup or anything like that. So like all those massive DJs like the Chainsmokers, like Calvin Harris, who else is Alenium. He's a massive person that makes like the most like melodic, heartwarming music. Chainsmokers like hit after hit after hit after hit. Each of those stories, songs is a story as to why they made that track, and that's what I want to do. Like you said, like I don't just want to release shit for the sake of releasing it. Like there actually is a couple of ideas that I've been working on for a long time that I actually just want to get rid of, like that we're finished just to because it's sorry, excuse my language, pissing me off. But like I just it's at that stage where it's finishable, so let's just finish it and just So there are a couple of tracks that are like that, but there's a lot of tracks that I'm taking way more time with just to kind of get that feel good vibe.
Oh, that's mean, bro. That's mean. And looks like you've got so much exciting shit happening in your future, man. Like, especially coming up quite soon, it sounds like, with all the tracks that you've got just sitting there waiting to get finished off and get put out there, bro. Feels like this could be like a huge year for you, man, moving forward.
I hope so. Like that's actually now you say it, it's like it's not easy being different by any means. Like drum and bass is just like it's hard to keep up. Like you can be like I've been producing for like what coming up 3 years now. Um, yeah, probably just coming up 3 years, and I've done like reasonably well putting out tracks, but it's not to people's taste. Like in New Zealand, like drum and bass is just so heavy. Like it's hard to keep up with that market. But I refuse to let something that's so popular define who I should like. I've had so many people tell me like, "Oh, you should be doing drum and bass," and I just go, "Why?" Because like, what about Sub Focus and like Solar System? I was like, "Cool, nice." Oh, so you're gonna make drum and bass now? No, like it just drum and bass is amazing. I've had so many good times of it, but in here, it doesn't feel right. And like I said, like if I don't like something, I'm not going to do it. So if it doesn't feel right to me, like I'm not going to do it. But like I love listening to it. Like and I don't want to waste that. Like I don't want to tamper with something and then be like turned off by it and then not like drum and bass at all. Because it happens. Like you can make something and be so unhappy with it that you're just like, oh, I don't even want to listen to it. Like it happens. So I don't even want to tamper with that. So there's like other directions that I want to go and explore, but I'm going to leave that to the people that want to do it, and I respect that. So yeah, so it's just hard being a bit different, like being like a house. Like I wouldn't know what I am yet, like a house, bass house, um, dubstep. Like I love hard style as well, but like it's normally house and bass house is kind of like what I'm caught up in, and it's hard. It's hard to compete with, like I said, it's hard to compete with Sub Focus Dimension that just bring out these wampa songs. But then I also find like drum and bass is so hard to be like wow now, like wow, there was crazy. Like when those guys first come onto the scene, I'd never heard anything like that in my life. But it just never resonated with me like to what it did when I watched Martin Garrix for the first time. Like those guys don't have like the energy of like it takes so much energy to be like an EDM kind of like house person, like that solo that's like on the mic, like I don't know, like people might disagree, and if you do, that's cool. But like, I'm not like 75% of the drum and bass artists have someone that's hyped for them. Like try mix, try fucking jump on the mic at the same time, try and do everything by yourself. Like it's no hate to the genre, no hate whatsoever. But it's just like I would love to see it. Like I've noticed Dimension started doing it heaps more. I never ever heard him talk on the mic, and all of a sudden he started doing it, and like I'm started to get a wee bit more like, okay, like it's inviting. You feel like, okay, I'm not just here watching this guy. This guy's like here with us.
Because it's about the
So
performance, eh? Like
yeah,
that's what I love about all those big house artists is it's about the performance, the lights, the on the mic, the mixing. It's about that whole experience that
exactly.
I don't think DMB quite embodies yet.
No, but when they do, all the other genres are screwed. I'm sorry, which
Yeah.
will make the drum and bass people happy. But like, yeah, like it's David Guetta just whopped out a freaking drum and bass track out of nowhere at Ultra. Griffin did the same. Tiesto, the granddaddy of like EDM music, did it. When I watched that, I was just like, "Are you? What the hell?" Like, I was like blown away, man. Like they're just ah, and everyone loved it. Everybody loved it. Like the crowd was just went absolute crazy. So it's just like when it's driven well, it goes amazing. Unless you know the person, like like Metric and Dimension, Subfocus, all those kind of guys, like their music. Like I can guarantee half of those people wouldn't even known what drum and bass was in America. So when it dropped, they were just like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, yeah. But I think a lot of people just thought it was just going to be a fad, like it was just the next wave of things to come and go. But it's stuck around, and it's now become like this next thing that's going to be a staple in music.
It's taken over like the top 40. It's there. So, and I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked for the genre. Like, yeah, like I'm absolutely stoked for it. Like the people that have brought that music to be where it is now, because like that's I understand. What that takes to be creative, to find something that's different, like to explore alternative options. Like I understand that. And I respect that. Like crazy.
Hard out, bro. It's so dope. It's just so dope to see that so many more fresh artists are coming through because of these opportunities. Just make it happen. Make it happen. And whānau, if you are sitting on the couch thinking, man, I really want to do this, Bradley's inspired me to just do it. That's all he said this entire interview is just get out there and make it happen. Just work hard and you can make this shit happen.
Like one is, have you even had dinner yet? Do you feel like making dinner?
Exactly.
Go and do it.
Exactly. Exactly. And well, speaking of dinner, my man's hasn't eaten yet. His lady's cooked him a beautiful dinner, so my man's needs to go out there and eat. So we'll wrap things up, brother. Is there anything you want to say to the whānau listening at home? Where can they find you? I'll obviously leave everything down below, but some people like to listen and not read. So leave all your credentials out there, bro. Where can they find you?
um, so you can find me on Spotify. Feels weird saying that. But yeah, you can find me Spotify, SoundCloud. Where else? Oh, I've got a couple of mixes on YouTube. Um, working on some really cool projects to come in terms of like an idea for a live show, just piecing together like visuals, new music, everything like that, with Gravity and Dunedin, which is going to be quite cool. Yeah, the
Nice.
upcoming shows, we've got a couple in Invercargill coming out, which is quite cool. Managed to get a couple there, which is awesome. I got asked. And also the big dance in May. The what date is it? I've put it on my calendar because you've got to be organised if you're this crazy. So May the Jeebus, where is it? May the 20th, Bar 101. 12 to 1,
May
and
20th.
then the closing set as well. So if you're out and about, you pop in and say hello. I'll be like, what's going on? Nah, I'll still be the crazy same person that you'll see right now, but honestly, I'll be super blessed to meet you all. So yeah. Plus, I don't believe in like fan bullshit. Like that shit is cringe. Like
Bro,
if
whānau.
you like the stuff, then you're just a legend. Like you're just a friend, you know. Like fuck that fan shit.
Oh, bro, 100%. That's why I refer to everyone as whānau, man, because
Oh,
whānau's family and
100%.
family are always welcome. Family always welcome. There's no hierarchy in a
Oh,
whānau. You either family or you enemy.
yeah. I'm still gonna be an egg. If I do manage to do well, goddamn, I bet you I'm still gonna I'm probably gonna be even worse of an egg.
Replace that if with a win, my bro. Replace that if with a win, man. With
Oh,
your work
true.
ethic, it's not an if but a win.
Yeah.
So whānau, go out and support the bro. Like you said, May 20th up in Auckland. Or I know some whānau that listen to this are based in Tāmaki Makaurau. Set that in your calendar, whānau. Go check him out. Go say what up. Go show some love. My guy deserves it. So definitely go check him out, whānau. Don't be shy. Go up and say hello. You might even get to sign his banana suit.
I was actually thinking about bringing something like that. You just rock on, yeah. What's up, Auckland? That's the fuck is this guy? Oh, that would be crazy. No, we'll see how we go.
Well, oh man, no, I'm sure it'll be a ripper of a night anyway. But thank you again so much for joining me, brother. Really do appreciate it.
Oh no,
For all the
thank you.
whānau still listening, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure of a time. Any last words before we wrap it up, my bro?
Just just stay positive. Like I can understand, like just quickly summarizing things, but like just remain positive. These are pretty shit times. Prices are high. Just try and tick your boxes with the positive small things that you're doing right, because there's always something, and just feed off it
Yeah.
and just keep going. Like yeah, there's nothing more
One
to it.
win at a time.
Yeah, just small
Harder.
wins. Like you just tick one before.
Yeah. Yeah. We did. Many wins. Many wins. Many wins. And we're all about that. We love that. So thank you all, whānau, for sticking around. Modi order. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Ka kite whānau.